Okay, so my first interest in art. Oh, okay. Definitely being exposed to Disney movies as a child, definitely, and the little golden books, which were these little illustrated versions of the movies done by different artists and their styles, and so that was when I first got interested in art. I was like, I just think it's really interesting how you can create life with a line. I think that's really interesting. What makes your art different from other artists? Okay, interesting. Perhaps playfulness. Perhaps playfulness and a love for fantasy and the fantastic and making things more out there, outlandish. I'm not very too big on realism and staying within the real world. I like to leave that behind and go into a place where anything is possible. So that's why I probably use lots of colors and talking cats and hats and such. A meaning behind my work. A thing that I'm very passionate about is lending narratives to children of color, all children of color, because the industry of children's literature is one that is definitely made for and revolving around white children. Not that there's anything wrong with white children, but for one vision just to be lended to them is incredibly detrimental to other children, because when all of the narratives that you see are those revolving around white children, you soon begin to believe that the only fantastic things that can happen in the world are to children who look like that. And so I get my inspiration definitely from being a child who never could see himself as a prince, and definitely questioning where my place was in fairy tales, because I wasn't able to see my face. Why are you passionate about art? Because I know that there are lots of little children who look like me and other children who aren't being portrayed in this beautiful field of literature, who need to be portrayed, who are waiting for their chance to become the prince or the princess slaying the dragon or the knight slaying the dragon. They're just waiting for a chance to see themselves, and I think that possibly I'm one of the few voices who are tasked with helping that come to fruition. How am I going to use my art abilities after college? This is a very scary question. The true answer is I don't know, but I think I can finagle something for you. Children's illustration. I really want to be a children's book illustrator, or a professor who can teach art to children or to college kids. I said professor, that was my college, but an art teacher or an art professor. So yeah.